Hey guys, what's up? I am Rosie, and I'm running out of stories to tell about myself, so I thought I'd try something a bit different. And, yeah, in 40 years of life, nothing much has happened to me, or nothing interesting enough that I think I should tell, so I thought I'd try this and see how it goes. And if I like it, I'll keep doing them. So, with that being said, let's get started. The Green Light True Internet Stalker Story by Barreloot01. I was about to start my freshman year of high school, and unlike 97% of the kids at my middle school, I went to a high school based off of technology, and instead of books and paper, we used computers. The junky free Chromebooks the school provided were not my taste, so me and my father searched Craigslist for a Mac, and after a few days, we hit jackpot. A $350 used MacBook Pro in great condition. My father and I met the lady at a coffee shop. She was short, skinny, and very happy. I gave her the money and she gave me the laptop looking almost new. When I opened the Mac to get set up, the little green light next to the face cam turned on. That meant the camera showing my face was on. I thought nothing of it at first and shrugged it off. But for 2 months of using it, the green light stayed on day and night every time I used it. During lunch, my friend suggested I should put tape on the face cam just in case, so I grabbed some duct tape from my art closet and placed a small piece on my webcam. After that, the green light finally turned off. Nightmarish Inception Paralysis by Kentis Kent. Hi, my name is Kent, and first of all, I would say English is not my language. I'm Filipino and currently living in Cebu, and I'm almost 16. I experience sleep paralysis at least once or twice a year since I was 13, and there is one experience that stands out from the rest. Me, my sister, and my mother were sleeping in one king size bed as we were preparing to move out. Our bed foam was on the floor. I usually sleep around 3 a.m. at that time because I usually like to listen to scary stories. I was listening about this children with black eyes. I usually shrugged the stories. I went to bed and slowly drifted to sleep. The room was on the second floor, by the way. Anyway, I woke up and got the feeling that someone was after me. Everything was pitch black, but I can make the layout of the house. I don't know why I ran down the stairs and out to the door, and I don't know who was chasing me. But as soon as I reached the front door, all I saw outside was pitch black. Usually it was lighted, but this time it was dark, and I couldn't get out of the door for some reason that I don't know. Then I screamed and woke up again. This time I was in the same bed as I was, but I couldn't move. I could only move my eyes. I looked down to my foot, then I saw this girl with no eyes, and her jaw was like open so much that it reaches her chest, and she slowly approached me. I closed my eyes. My body is ice cold. I prayed and prayed and prayed. All I can hear was my teeth shivering. It felt like hours trapped in that position. Then I woke up again in that bed, opened my eyes. You could say I just had a bad nightmare, but the strangest part, my teeth were still shivering, and I looked down and thank God it wasn't there anymore. I know that it isn't scary for others, but hell, it is for me. This was my second experience in sleep paralysis inception, or I don't know what the fuck it is. We moved out of that house. Then on Christmas morning 2015, I dreamt about me in the laundry room at our new house, and I can literally feel something is attacking me, like their long, sharp fingernails is pushing through the inner part of my chest. I can feel it. I woke up and I can still the pain in my chest, and my shirt is like sticking to my shirt. This isn't my only experience. I got a lot to tell, but this is it for now. Now, let me just tell you guys, I read it the way I saw it. I promise you the mess ups were not mine. This is what was written, and that's how I read it. So, no pun intended. Indian Ghost by Mike RW91. And this is a true story. Hey all, growing up, I lived in a house my parents built out in the country. My brother and I would tend to wake up in the middle of the night and sleep in the lazy boys that were in the living room. Well, one morning my brother told me about how he had waken up to sleep in the lazy boy, but while entering the living room, he thought he'd seen a full blown Indian headdress and all sitting at the dining table, staring directly at him. We all blew this off to childhood imagination. One day, though, my father was using a ditch witch to place a water line in the ground for the pool. Everything went fine without a hitch. Our father instructed my brother and I to go pick up all the rocks turned up from the machine digging. While doing so, Lee, brother, picked up a clump of dirt that had a rock, brushed it off, and go figure, it's an arrowhead. I never would have thought people before us lived nearby enough to hunt. To this day, I still have no idea what to believe, but with all that I've seen and know, this is kind of an odd one. Never heard of anybody meeting an Indian before. Rapist in the Dark by Dana McKnight, 33. Hi, my name is Dana, and this story happened to me when I was 19, and I am now 34. One night I was hungry and decided I would walk to the Chinese store to get a bite to eat. Well, back then I wasn't so vigilant as I am now, so after picking up my food, I decided to walk through this open field to get home faster, when suddenly I felt like there was someone following me, and just as I turned around, a short Hispanic man grabbed me and threw me against the fence, and then pulled out a knife. It wasn't a big knife, maybe a kitchen knife, but anyway, at that moment, I made a choice to fight because I didn't want to be a victim. I tried to fight him off when suddenly I feel a knife go into my neck, but I still continued to try to fight until he tried to stab me in my stomach several more times, but because of the fence I was able to push back. But I know God was with me at that moment. At that moment, I knew if I didn't do what he wanted, he would kill me, leaving my 2-year-old son motherless and fatherless. He passed away by suicide, but that's a whole other story. But I just stopped fighting, and he pushed me to the ground and ripped my pants off and proceeded to rape me. When he was done, he said, "You like," and kissed me on my lips and told me that if I moved before he had gotten out of the field, that he would come back and kill me, and I believed him. So I laid still until he got to the opening of the other side of the field. Once he got to the entrance, I got up with my pants around one of my ankles and ran. I only turned around once, and when I did, I saw him running back after me. So I ran as fast as my legs could take me, and I made it to the entrance that I came through. I saw a car, and I was bleeding from my neck, and the man stopped, but he was on his cell phone and said he couldn't help me, and kept going. I thought I was going to die. When I was a child, I was molested, but that's for another story for next time, too. Needless to say, I came across some people hanging out on their porch, and they put a rag on my neck and applied pressure, and one of the other people called the police. When they got there, they put me in the car and drove me around to see if we could find him, but they never did. I went to the hospital and received 3 stitches in my neck. They said I was lucky, but to me, I didn't feel lucky. I had been violated in the worst way, and they never found him, even though they found a used condom at the other entrance that he left, though. It took years for me to feel safe again and lots of therapy, but I still don't like people coming up from behind me or getting too close, and every once in a while I have a nightmare of being attacked by a man that I can't see. I just think this would be another way to help with the healing process. If you don't want to use this in any of your stories, I understand. Well, Dana, I did, and I'm sorry that this happened to you. And with that, you guys, I'm done. I hope these Reddit stories do well. If not, I'll try something else, but I think I'm going to probably try to keep doing these. And I hope to see you guys on the next upload. I love you very, 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 very much. Bye for now.